Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Alex, and I am Michael, so how are you today? And thank you for posting your comments at my website at onlinetoeflcourse.com. And guess what? I am Michael. I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of the lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. So let's take a look at your specific situation. You say, it is the second time I will run a TOEFL test. We don't really say run there, Alex. You want to say, I will take a TOEFL exam. You don't run an exam. Run kind of means manage if you want to use it in an idiomatic way. I could say I run a business, but you don't really run a test. You say the first, I have got 66, but I've got trouble for the reading section, only 8 out of 30, which is definitely strengthened section. Which is definitely my strengthened. I think you want to say my strongest section. So your listening skills right now, you have 24 points in the listening, which is good. You have 15 points in the speaking, 19 points in the writing, and then only 8 on the reading. You say, as you can imagine, speaking section is very hard for me. And for those who, you want to see here who, not whose, do not practice English skills daily. Well, due to I have 1 month to get ready, you might want to say here, because I have 1 month to get ready and to attend the test, do you believe it is possible to get confident in the speaking section and will score 85 at least? No, it's not possible for you. You say, what would you advise me to reach that goal in 1 month? I don't think you can do it. I mean, just from this email, you have incredible language use errors. You're not able to express your ideas in English very clearly. In fact, sometimes I get a little bit confused as to what exactly you're trying to say. But your question is very clear, though. You're saying, can I go from 66 to 85 in 1 month? Based on your writing, what I'm seeing here, and based on the subtotal scores that you're giving me, no, I don't think that's possible. In my opinion, you're probably looking at a minimum of 3, maybe 4, 5, or 6 months. 3 to 6 months, I think, is what you're going to have to study, I think, in order to reach your goal. So time is your friend. If you're patient, I think you can do it. I just don't think you can do it at a 30-day timetable. So you're asking me a direct question, I'm giving you a direct answer. So what are my suggestions? Now, obviously, if you enroll in my TOEFL course, you will improve your TOEFL score for 30 days, but you're not going to get to 85, if I'm honest with you, right? So my recommendation is really, I have 3 specific suggestions for you that I think will be very, very helpful. Number 1, you say right now that you're not practicing English skills daily. So if you're not practicing English daily, then do not prepare for the TOEFL, because if you're not practicing English, it doesn't make a lot of sense to take the TOEFL exam. The first thing is you must practice English daily for at least 3 months, a minimum of 3 months, if you want to reach your goal of 85. Okay, first thing you want to do, Alex, get in the habit of reading about 45 to 60 minutes every day. In your reading, you can focus on newspapers, magazines, and books. These are reading materials that you choose. I don't choose and nobody chooses them. You choose them. Make sure you have an interest in the reading materials. You'll be more motivated and more likely to continue your consistent, regular reading routine if you're interested in the materials that you're reading. So that's number 1. If you want to do that, you're not going to reach your goal. You need to read every day for almost an hour. Number 2, your listening is already pretty good, so I'm going to recommend maybe 15 minutes of listening practice each day. You can focus on news, history, documentary, and science programs. So do that also. Now, in both cases, you want to get down the notes, focus on the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages, and get these notes down on a sheet of paper. something like that. This is going to be very helpful. Now, Alex, what do? Each week, I want you to write 3 250-word summaries of either a reading or listening passage. This is very helpful for your integrated writing. Practice makes perfect, right? Now, this writing practice you're doing here doesn't have to be graded by me. You're just doing it. You're doing it each week to get used to academic writing. Now, in addition to doing the writing practice, you should also practice speaking about the reading and the listening passages. Again, using your notes, I want you to do at least 3 to 5 oral summaries each week. You should also record your voice when you do these summaries, and it should be about 60 seconds long for each summary. Of course, you're now practicing your integrated speaking abilities here. So you want to do that also. So if you do the reading and the listening practice each day, that's definitely going to give you a lot of good practice. Remember though, if you do this for 1 month, you're not going to get the results that you need. You need to do this for a minimum of 3 months if you want to improve your score from 66 to 85. The brain can only do so much, Alex. And based on your writing problems right now, and based on your TOEFL score, you need more time than 30 days. Now, the third recommendation for you is to start going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. That's also something you want to do. And my recommendation for you is, I'm not going to recommend a specific study guide, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, as you go through my online TOEFL course, you can first focus on the vocabulary, pronunciation, and the grammar sections. Do those sections first. Once you've done those, then you can move over to the listening and the reading sections of the course. And once you've completed those, then you can move over to the speaking and the writing areas. Again though, it'll take you more than a month to do this. It's probably going to take you at least 3, maybe 4, maybe even 5 months as you go through this information. All right, so a combination, I think, of doing the reading and the listening practice, and then writing and speaking about that information using your notes, doing this for at least 3 months, and then also each day going through my online TOEFL course and going through my course in the way I suggested in the video. If you do these things for a minimum of 3 months, I think that you will begin to improve your TOEFL score. Now, if you like, maybe at the end of 3 months, you can take a full-length IBT practice test. In the 8th section of my course, Alex, I do have some full-length IBT practice tests. I actually have a company I've contracted this out with, and you can certainly take a practice test so you can mark your progress. So another benefit of taking a full-length practice test is you get a little more familiar with the format and the structure of the TOEFL exam. Maybe a third benefit of taking a full-length IBT practice test is you develop the strength and the stamina needed to complete a 5-hour English test. So you get used to the testing conditions by doing a full-length IBT practice test. All right, so anyway, those are my suggestions for you. I apologize if I did not give you the answer that you expected, but remember, I've been teaching TOEFL for a very long time, since 1997. I've been teaching TOEFL online now since 2008, and it's just really not very likely, based on the number of language use problems you're having right now, it is simply not very likely that you can reach your goal in just 30 days. You simply have too many language problems. And 30 days is not enough time to solve all those problems. All right, anyway, thank you very much, Alex, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.